Hi, welcome to Fusion Beads. Today I'm going to show you how to do the basic flat herringbone stitch. This technique is easy to learn and is created with pairs of beads lying in a V-shaped pattern. You can create this stitch using tons of different sizes of beads and colors to create the look that you want. For this technique, you're going to need your seed beads, and I'm going to be using size 8 seed beads here, your fireline braided bead thread, a beading needle, and Xeron thread and fiber scissors. Okay, let's get started. So to start here, you want to cut a piece of thread about 5 feet long, and you're just going to thread your needle. To begin, you want to start by making a bead ladder, and we're creating a 2-row bead ladder, which is easier to hold on to. And you want to begin by stringing 4 beads. 4 beads. Okay, and then just bring that to the bottom about 6 inches from the end. And then you want to go back up all 4 beads. Okay. And then you're just going to want to go back up the first 2. And then back down those last 2. Okay, so that's how you start it. And we're just going to be making rows here. That's going to just make it as wide as you would like your piece here. So we're just going to continue. Okay, string 2 beads. And then you're going to go back down those 2 previous beads. Those are just going to sit right next to those previous ones. And then you're just going to want to go back up those last 2 beads. String another 2 beads and go up the 2 previous. And then back down those last 2. String 2, I'm going to go down the 2 previous beads, go back up those last 2 beads, string 2 beads, go back up the 2 previous, and back down those last 2. So you just want to repeat the pattern until you have a bead ladder equal to the desired width of your piece. I'm just going to be making a strip that is 3 columns wide, and each column will equal 1 stitch made up of 2 beads. So we have 1 column, 2, 3 columns. Okay. So to begin the herringbone stitch, you want to go up through the last bead in the first row. So you're coming out this bead here on the end. You're just going to want to go back up. So skip that first bead, go up through that next bead. I'm going to add 2 beads, going down that second bead. See how that just creates a little V here on top of the 2 beads below it. Now you're going to want to just go up through that next bead. String 2 beads, go down the next bead, again just sitting on top of the 2 beads below it, a little V. Go back up the next bead, stringing 2 beads, going down that last bead, okay, so now you got to the end here, you're coming out this bead here through the bottom. You're just going to want to skip and go through the bottom of the next bead on top of that one. Okay, so now you want to string 2 beads. I'm just going to repeat that going the other direction, making the next row here. And go down the next bead, back up, string 2 beads, go down the next bead, up the next one, stringing 2 beads, and then go down that last bead there. Okay, I'm just going to show one more row here. So you're coming out this bead here through the bottom, and you just want to go through, you want to skip that bead, go through the next one, just go up through that bead, string 2 beads, go down through that next bead, up through the next one, string 2 beads, down through the next bead, and then up, string 2 beads, and then go back down the last bead there, okay, so you can see here that you're just making, each row has just 2 beads making a V. And these are just, I have 3 columns here. So I have 3 columns wide. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a strip. It's a little bit longer, repeating that same pattern. I will be right back. Okay, so I've created a decent length here, but my thread is actually getting a little low. I just wanted to show you how to end your thread and then add a new thread. So to do that, you just want to, so this is where I ended. I was going to be starting the next row, but I would rather secure this thread and start a new one because it is getting a little short. So to do that, all you want to do is you want to go down through several beads. So we're just going to go down through several beads here. Kind of go through the pattern a little bit. Okay, so then once you kind of just go through some beads, you just want to go between two beads. And just tie a knot, so go through the loop and pull tight. Okay, then you just want to cut the thread as close to the beadwork as you can. Okay, and that's how you would end your thread. So now we just want to start up a new thread. So to do that, just thread your needle with another length of your beading thread. And we're just going to tie a surgeon's knot around a bead on that last row that we were on. So just go through between. There we go. Between two of the beads, around the thread. Okay, so then you just want to tie a knot, but you're just going to go bring that end around and through an extra few times. See how there's just some extra ones added. Pull tight, and then you're just going to go up through the rest of the beads in that row. Okay, and then we're just going to be back to where we started, which was just through this last bead here in the last row. So now we're just going right back through that again. The thread is secure with a knot down here. So again, just cut as close as you can to the beadwork. And then we're ready to just start our row. Adding two beads, going down the next bead, going up the next bead after that, add two beads, again go down the next bead, up the bead after that, add two beads, and through that last bead. Okay, and then you're just going to go up through that last bead. Alright, and then you would just continue creating your rows until you get to your desired length. And that's how you do the basic herringbone stitch. You can find great inspiration pieces using this technique as well as many other techniques at fusionbeads.com.